Welcome back to my channel. I'm Barry, and in this episode we're going to focus on 3 hip-hop foundation. We actually have 6 hip-hop foundations, but I would like to break it down a little bit because I truly believe that it's impossible to actually learn all 6 at once. Let's just jump into the first hip-hop foundation, which is bounce, and I'm going to show you like the simplest way to actually bounce, and I'm going to explain it to you. The pattern, like the easiest way to actually understand it is like just bending your knees. All right, so it's just from your middle of your body up to down. Okay, up to down, maybe, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, because you know the English is not my first language. So yeah, so from the middle of your body to the down to the ground, and you're just first thing you need to understand is like that you just bending your knees. So it's like bending your knees. Okay, that's just bouncing, you know. Of course there is a bounce up, but in this episode we're gonna focus on the simplest way, which is bouncing down, bouncing with the energy to the ground. So it's like bounce, 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 bounce. You don't want to end up in the situation where your legs are straight. There are situations in dance, of course, in hip-hop dance as well, that you want to make your lines as straight as possible. But for the learning purpose of bounce, remember that having your knees bend a little bit all the time is easier and is better and it's more healthy for you and for your knees. Okay, so keep this in mind. Remember that when I'm standing like this with my knees a little bit bent already, it's easier for me to actually start bouncing. Okay, and this is how I'm bouncing right now. I'm bouncing from one leg to another, which is possible. Okay, so right, left, right, left, right, left. But also, as I showed you at the beginning, bouncing is like just bending your knees, and I'm going down and up, down and up, you know, down, up. Cool? That's the bounce. So it looks like this: 5, 6, 7, and hop, hop. Okay? Easy, very easy. That's the foundation, which is pretty simple. Okay, so next foundation is rocking, and you are working in that more with your upper body. All right, very simple, and it's almost the same like in bouncing, I would say. This is in my head, like this is how I'm explaining this to myself when I'm breaking down this pattern. It's like if I'm bouncing down with my legs in bounce, right? So I'm going like this. In rocking, it's completely opposite, because I'm kind of bouncing with my upper body. So it's like I'm going, let me show you this that way. I'm going to the front and back, front and back, front and back, front and back. Same thing I can do side to side. All right, so I'm going like side to side, side to side, side to side, and then I can use the whole circle starting from the front and ending in the front, you know. So it can be like this: front, side, back, side and front, side and back, and side and, you know. So this is very simple, and you need to remember that you need to work more with your upper body. Of course, don't keep your legs like, you know, they cannot be like, you know, grounded, like very grounded, like stones, like rock. They cannot be like rock solid, you know. So I'm not doing this like that. No, my legs are bent a little, as I told you. Never make it like a straight line, like solid straight line. They need to be a little bit mobile, you know, mobile. Yeah. So if I'm going front to the back or back to the front, doesn't matter. Look at my legs. I'm using my lower body to actually, you know, make it more smooth. So I'm going front, back, front, back, front, back, and front, back. Same when I'm doing side to side. It's like my knees are bent a little, and I'm going like side, 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 side and side, side, side and side. Of course, there are some, some situation where you want to be like rock solid with your lower body, but it's all depends on your freestyle, on your idea behind the move, behind the step in the certain situation, like the sequence, choreography, or the freestyle, or anything. So yeah, that's it. That's the that's rocking. So let me show you this once again. 5, 6, 7, and hop, ha, hop, ha, and hop, ha, and hop, ha. Okay, that's rocking. This is how I rock. Cool. So always make sure that you're gonna do this both ways, okay? So if you're gonna start like front, make sure you're gonna later train this starting to the back. If you start left, make sure you're gonna start right later. And if you do the circle to the right, make sure you're gonna make a circle to the left next. Okay, so the third foundation is roll. And for me, roll, this foundation is about everything in our body. So everything in our body can be rolled, literally everything, I love to move my chest, I love to rolling my chest, but also I noticed and I understood that it can be applied to anything in our body, anything, literally anything. So that's why I'm using a lot of my head, like I'm rolling a lot of my head, and that's why I'm using a lot of my shoulders. Like when I'm dancing, I'm rolling a lot of my shoulders. But without talking about all of this, I just wanted to show you that you can actually use anything you want, anything you would like to use. But let's focus on rolling our chest. And I'm gonna do this in 2 different ways. So basically, I'm gonna start from just rolling our chest, okay? So it's like I'm rolling the chest to the right. So for some people who never tried to roll their body parts, it might be very, very tricky, okay? Because you need to isolate the muscles and isolate the movement. Of course, I'm not isolating the movement at all, like fully, because I'm still using my shoulders. I'm still using my entire body, like basically, so you can see it. But it can be easier for you to actually roll your chest with the body. So I'm not gonna focus right now on the isolating the movement. I'm gonna show you right now only on rolling the chest. So yes, now let's switch the side. So you just taking your chest, you push it out, okay? You push it out and you move it to the left. So I'm pushing my chest out and I'm moving here. So push, move, and then I'm pulling this back to actually hide my chest, okay? It's like hiding my chest. Push, move, and hide. And again, move to the side and push. So push, move, and hide, and move again and push. Quicker, it will be like rolling, 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 switch, rolling, 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 stop. That's the first way to do this. But there is a second one. For those who cannot do this at first, it might be easier to actually try the second one. So you use your upper body to actually engage the movement from your chest, but also you use your body to go into the direction that your chest is going, okay? So if I'm going to the front, cool, I'm going with my body, like fully. And then I'm moving to the side with my chest and my body, okay? Hop, hop, and then I'm going back. So it's like, hop. Let me show you this once again. Front, side, and then I'm going back, okay? Then I move to the side again, and I move to the front again. So Faster, it will look like this. I'm moving, ho, okay, and I'm rolling with whole my upper body and chest at once. And I think the second one might be a little bit easier, but there is like a tricky part. You need to work on your balance, because you cannot use this, you know, the whole body. You cannot use this without working your whole body balance. Cool. So keep this in mind, that balance is required in this. So keep working on your legs. Yeah, that was the 3 hip hop foundation. It was very straightforward. I know how it looks like. It looks easy. But to actually have the very strong and solid foundation, you need to spend a lot of time on training them. And keep in mind that there is a very big difference in using those foundation in your dance and learning them, okay? Because learning them, okay, this might looks and sound very a little bit stupid, but also easy. Like, okay, bouncing is like bending the legs, rocking is just moving your upper body side to side or front to back, and rolling is just, you know, rolling your body like that. But it's not, actually it's not. It's just like this one is just a pattern, you know, this is just a pattern, this is just a mechanism. But when you feel more comfortable later, you can actually use more other part of your body when you're bouncing. For example, if I'm gonna bounce, okay, I'm bouncing, and then I can use my shoulders to add some movement, more dynamic, you know, to my dance. So I can also use more steps. So if I'm bouncing, okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, and hop, ta, and hop, and ta, hop, and ta, and hop, ta, and side, and side, and side, and side, bam, and back, and back. So this, all of these things you can add later when you feel more comfortable with just bouncing to the rhythm of the song. Once again, this is something new for me, like recording the tutorials. It's completely different feeling than actually teaching in the studio. So if you have any proposition, if you have any objections, just make sure that you're gonna share this with me and leave a comment, or just send me a message on my social medias. And I would be really appreciated if you actually help me to improve. Because yeah, this is something I would like to actually develop in myself, because I'm that kind of the person that actually love to gain a new experience, to get a new experience. I hope it will be helpful for some of you. And yeah, leave a comment, and thank you. I'll see you on the next episode. Take care and have fun. Enjoy the moment, enjoy the practice, and bye bye.